Well, back down, and been away for a couple of weeks, so we've had a bit of a dry spell, and as you can see it's gone right down. Lots and lots of stones on shore today, but it's gone a bit duller now, so I think we've got some rain and storms on the way, so I thought I'll have a quick look down here before it all floods and gets covered up again. But the stone bar, that pebble bar that used to come out from there, that's all been washed away in the winter storms. Not so much on there. I'll go and have a look across there later if this rain keeps off. So I'll check on this side first and see if my quackers are down there. Well, I'll have a look down here, see if I can find out on this bit. There's a few people down there down at the bottom, but just as I was coming down, a bit of RP. So there is bits still. I just spotted one bit there, a tiny bit of RP. I'll just flick that bit over, thinking oh, it's just going to be a bit of plain. There's a little bit of a pattern on there, see how it cleans up. A fresh break on it there and all. You can hear me over the wind. And not far away, spotted another bit of blue. That looks like a bit of willow edging. Just going off them dots there. And there's always some willow. And that part of a bone handled knife. Well, there's some lovely quackers there. I haven't seen any little ones today. I'll feed them further down. Well, I just flicked a little piece over in the water. And again, sort of faint blue on it. I think we need a good flood down here again to bring lots up. These quackers keep following me. I think they want feeding. I just turned that bit over and I've just spotted a bit of blue on it again. Nice little blue leaf. I think that's going to be it for down here. Got a look on there, there's a few people up at the top end. But just them few bits. Oh, there's a quacker over there. That's followed me down. Well, I'll just see if there's anything here on the stones. I'll just pick that bit out and it looks to have some tiny little bits of coral on it, but there's nothing that much down here. Well, it's got low enough so you could walk across onto that outcropping rock. Well, I'm not bothered doing that because it looks a bit slippery for me for the moment. And all the way down the river. I wonder if that wagon wheel's still there. Well, just walking back, a bit of blue and white stripe there, and a bit with a handle on. Nothing on the other side. Well, that's going to be my bit of plastic for today. So look. Might use that actually. Well, here they come. And a lot of seagulls as well. Yep, more incoming. Lots more coming down now. Oh, look at all that lot. Yeah, that's your lot for today. We're scrapings out at the bottom of the tub. Got to get some fresh. I'll just come in here. Well, I'm down on this bit, and there was somebody who just round corner. Oh, I didn't do any filming there, but I found a few bits. Bit of white stripe with someone going through the other side. I just picked up a crinoid and a bit of spongeware, by the looks of it. We'll see how that cleans up, see if it comes any brighter. So that'll make a nice little one. I just picked up another little bit that's got some faint blue on it, I think. Let's see if it cleans up, brings out, or I bleach it out. We want to have a look down there, see if there's anything washed in. But, wind's picking up a little bit. Now I can see some of there with a bit of colour on this outhouse. Doesn't much to it. Ooh. Well, that's a big piece. Oh. Oh. And both sides and all. Well, we'll clean that up and see what that comes up like. Well, that's best find of the day so far. Probably the only real find of the day, apart from that little bit of spongeware I just found before. Oh well, let's see if there's any more bits here now. Now that the river's getting lower here, I can get out. There's a bit there, it's probably just plain. Yep, just plain. Well, like I said, normally there's a big stone bar going out there, but the winter floods have washed it all away this year. A few little bits down there, but I'll go and see if there's anything. Off the flag and top. Well, apart from that bit of spongeware and that other bit of patterned base of summit, that were all for today. Oh, we need another good flood. I think there's a few storms on the way, so this lot might rise and bring us a few more bits down. So I'll see you then. Well, back down, and I was down 2 days ago and you could have walked across the river, but we've just had a bit of rain and all them stones there are all under cover. Yep, I was walking on the stones all down there 2 days ago. So let's see what's left on the corner. Might be a few new bits, might not be. You're making short work of that lot, aren't you? Oi, no arguing. Well, there's a lot of them here today. And a few there. Well, there's not much of the stones on shore now, 2 days later. Rain, water coming up. Well, I've not been able to film much on here because there are a few people, but I did pick up, oh, very nice little piece. But, oi! You're not having my pieces. Not food. Well, right where I was sat, I just turned one piece, I was thinking it was going to be white, but there's a glove on the inside. Oi! You pack it in. Oh, that's 2 bits down here. Might get a few more yet. And even that big rock that was on shore 2 days ago, well, that's all underwater now. Well, as you can see, there's not much on shore here today. It's all flooded there and getting flooded down here, so I'm going to have to clamber outside. But we'll see if it's just brought the odd little bit in, and then I can monitor it as it goes down. Well, I can spot the odd little bits of white here, probably all plain, but one's got to check them. and I can spot one that's not plain. That one is. I can spot that one. Now the mucky water stops going over it. Well, that makes it worthwhile coming down. Probably a bit of tile going off them ridges there, but we'll see how that cleans up. Right. What other bits of white have we got? Oh, that's just white. I'm playing on that. Well, I'll switch off for now. Oh, hang on, what's that bit? It's a big chunk of white, but a bit of hook on it. No, nothing got it. Well, I'll switch off for now and see if I find out. Well, apart from that bit of green flowered tile, there was nothing else apart from, well, a few bits of white. That were it. There you go, I'm in followed. Oh, they're good blackberries of them this year. Well, I'll have to come out and pick some of these before long, before everybody else comes out and picks them. They're only round corner from the house, Hopfield. Well, this bit today, you can make out the leaves there, but the gap in between, it looks like a vampire spreading his cloak. I don't know whether that's just me, but we'll see how it cleans up. Right, a few bits from the 2 trips down the river. I couldn't do much filming in certain places because there were quite a few people about, but a bit of plastic for the day. We use that somewhere, and just a few bits and pieces, a bit of stripes, some colour, a bit more of that coral weed pattern, edge of just a bit of a willow, and a leaf, and that's probably Asiatic, just going off that little bit there, but I think there's a bit more Asiatic there. I think that might be, well, I thought it were potted birds, but it's not. But that's definitely Asiatic, because I now have an Asiatic plate, well, a small tureen, which I got cheap because there was no lid on it. And you can tell it's Asiatic, isn't it? Because it says it on the back. And there's the 2 birds. They sometimes have a butterfly on. I'm trying to get a plate with that on, but that's, as you can see, it's a bit of something to that rose that goes in the middle, somewhere off it, and Don't know where these bits go. Probably something like that there, but it's always very faint and wishy-washy, this Asiatic. I think that's a bit of some leaves somewhere. But it's nice getting bigger pieces. And this bit that's got a bit on both sides, a bit of the floor blue, as they call it, where it like bleeds the transfer. And where are they? Oh, these are some bit of a bone handled knife. I just brought it back because, well, just did. Just to see how it cleaned up, see how the iron cleaned up. I remember these. I don't even know if we've still got one. But I've used many of them in my younger days. They were quite common. And a couple of bits of blue. It's a nice shape for going in a pendant. That's just a bit of some embossing. A bit of blue and white, some very faint lines on it. And I think that's a little bit of willow just going off them. It's a bit of the front branches off the actual willow, but very, very abraded, very faint. And a crinoid, well worn. And this big chunk, which I didn't think was a big piece when I spotted it, but let's see, you get the base of a bowl or a dish. Very abraded there. Still make out some of the glaze there and a little bit there. But very nice pattern on the inside, but like I say, very, very worn. But it would have been a pretty pattern. And the other bit that I got there, a little bit of sponge wear. I'll be doing something with that. And a bit of tile, you can just see the glaze on the edge there, on the straight edge. Some leaves. But if you look at it that way, it looks like a vampire raising his hands with his cloak. I don't know if that's just me or I've had too much coffee. This one, I was just going to put that bit in on its own, but I've decided to shape that one down to make it look like it's coming out of a plant pot. Well, that looks alright. And that one, with a little bit, looks like it's in a plant pot, especially if I infill it all around with white. And people think, well, why do you collect little pieces? Well, that's why. Right, well, we'll leave them feeding happily away. So it's goodbye from me today.